Hello, I'm Lacey Straumick and I teach second grade. Today I'm going to show you how to use Seesaw. And so you would go to just seesaw.com. I already made an account earlier today, so do you see how that just kind of popped up right there? Um, it would have you put in a new account, free account. It's available on websites and Google. I know that other teachers in my school have used it on iPads and with tablets, so I think about any device can use this. It will require Wi-Fi to upload the assignments, I believe. Um, so when you get to Seesaw, to make your account, you'll put in your information. They will send you an email almost automatically. It'll look like this. When I signed up, I wrote that I would be in the second grade, and so it gave me activities to do for my second grade. It also gave me another paper right here. What's fantastic about Seesaw is that the students can actually use a QR code to log in instead of having to remember their uh, login and information every single time and capitals and all the extra things for second grade. And I'm sure kindergarten and first grade are feeling the same way. So then they can just snap a picture of this really quick, log themselves in. It's fantastic. It also tells us how to be safe and not to share any of this on social media, which is good. So then I liked this part because then it kind of gives me some ideas on what to do. Clicked on view activities for second grade and how to get started. My actual startup page we saw earlier, but to look at these, they gives you different lessons that you can already utilize. This one's math, writers, workshop, getting to know you activities. This one, I'll play the instructions for it.
Use crayons and paper to draw a picture of yourself. Then, tap the Add button. Next, take a photo of your drawing. Then, tap the mic and tell us about you. Last, tap the check and add to your journal.
Now, this is a common activity that I would do in my classroom. But to take this activity and put it on Seesaw is going to use so much of the SAMR method that it's perfect with the A, with the augmentation, because it's a direct substitute. I could have given out that activity right there, but instead they can go back, click on the instructions again, listen to it again, which is fantastic. Then also with the modification, the technology is going to allow the students to show me what they know through the use of this technology. And then with R, it's redefined the entire activity. Now they're going to be able to take this activity, and I can get onto it right here, go on to sample student, which is fantastic. I can do a photo of myself, or I can do a video of myself. Right here, I can draw on it, upload it. Uh, if I do a video, then I can tell about myself and then do the drawing to go with it. I think it's fantastic for this age group. Bloom's taxonomy is using so much of the higher level with creating and actually making of something instead of, you know, just right there answers and questions on like how old am I and things like that. This is going to be great. Also, go back to my classroom, possibly somewhere. And this, I thought this activity was great. They could go ahead and use the drawing materials to make their own. This was the one that I've already done. I was able to just pull them up there. There are easy pictures to find right on there with the tool. We all know that these students are better at this than I am, and with technology and using the different tools that are available to them. The other thing that's been nice is that you can do a families button where you can invite the entire family. With the pandemic this last spring, I know that the first grade teachers use this quite a bit for messaging and talking to their parents. I also know that they were able to videotape the students have reading on aloud, and then they would submit that video to the teachers and they could watch it, which I thought was fantastic because I think we're probably going to be using something similar again this year with a modified school year. And I think it's just a good way to keep on top of the kids and make sure that they're actually doing their work and it's the kids doing the work and not the parents. So I hope you enjoyed this. I think there's so many more things that I can find. There's a lot of different pre-made activities, or you can just make your own. And I think that's where this really is kind of exciting for me. So I hope you learned something. I know I definitely did. I hope you have a great day.